Family, what it do? It's your girl Tootie Toot, and I am back with another video. Shout out to the squad. Drip said I appreciate you guys for coming back and tuning in. I appreciate all of the support. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. That is all you got to do to support the channel, and it's absolutely free. So what are you waiting on? Do it. Now look, man, unfortunately I hate to come back doing these type of videos. I am so tired of kids going missing. I'm so tired of when a child is gone missing. That's when the family scrambles. I'm just tired of reporting on the same type of cases. However, the job never ends, so we're going to report. Now listen, there's been a trending story on social media with a young lady named Celeste Rivas, and I'm gonna be honest with you, this case is very, very, very traumatic, and we're going to get into the whole dynamic of what happened since she went missing and until the finding of her body. Now Celeste was from Lake Elsinore, which is about a 90-minute drive from where her body was eventually found. Now apparently she did have a history of running away from home, according to a person on TikTok who claims to be her cousin. Now usually when she did run away, you know what I'm saying, she would sometimes live with extended family during those times. They also said that she was very sweet, she was bubbly, but apparently there just might have been some things, you know what I'm saying, that was going on at home. Now the reason how the whole story unfolded is her mother claimed that she was dating somebody named David, you know what I mean, at the time of her disappearance. Now there was a photo showing David in Lake Elsinore prior to her disappearance, only a short walk from where Celeste lived. Now when she first went missing, this is what they had to say. Let's take a listen.
Here joins us live from Lake Elsinore, where Celeste was last seen. Alex.
Yeah, the family lives on this street in Lake Elsinore, and today the brother told us that the family is all grieving. She said that they knew that she had a relationship with the singer David, but now they're trying to figure out how she ended up dead in his Tesla. Today's shock on Jamieson Street in Lake Elsinore after people here learned the news that their neighbor was found dead.
It's just really unfortunate to hear the news. I didn't find out till today.
This morning, the LA County Medical Examiner identified 15-year-old Celeste Rivas as the person who was found dead at a Hollywood tow yard in early September in the trunk of singer David's Tesla. The medical examiner is still trying to determine the cause of her death.
She was very lively, and, you know, at the time I wouldn't expect anything to happen to her like that. Family first reported Rivas missing in the Lake Elsinore area in April of last year. Her mom posted this flyer on Facebook asking people to share it. She said she was desperate and worried for her daughter who had gone missing. After learning news of Celeste's death, family returned to their Lake Elsinore home today. Her brother told NBC News that he was aware that his sister knew the singer David. Matthew Rivas said when she went missing, she was on her way to see a movie with him, but never returned. Matthew went on to say, quote, she would leave with him and he would drop her off in that same vehicle that was supposedly abandoned. David is currently on tour, and his show tonight in Seattle has been canceled. After the teen was found dead in the Tesla, his spokesperson told NBC4 Investigates, quote, David has been informed about what's happened, and although he is still out on tour, he is fully cooperating with the authorities. As of now, the LAPD is not saying any crime has been committed. In a statement today, the department said, quote, at this time, the LAPD does not have a crime classification from the coroner as to the mode or manner of death. Thus, we do not have any suspect information at this time. In Lake Elsinore, people are grieving because they have now learned Celeste is dead. It's different when it's on your street, especially, but any girl, anyone missing and found dead is just awful.
Now, if you anything like me, you're trying to understand why would a 20-year-old, you know what I mean, be hanging around with a 13-year-old and vice versa. Especially if you having all of this, you know what I'm saying, newfound success on TikTok and YouTube. A lot of people want to know who he is. Let me break it down to you. David Anthony Burt initially started out on YouTube as a creator. Before he rose to fame as a musician, he became well known after releasing like the 2022 songs Romantic Homicide and Here With Me, which both became viral songs on TikTok. Why do kids, you feel what I mean, support madness? I have no idea. Romantic Homicide. Listen to the title. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? He did make headlines, though, because it was his truck that she was found inside. And there's no other reason why she should have been there. You know what I mean? Let's take a look at this clip.
I want to get you to an update here. Really bizarre story in Southern California. The body found in singer David's Tesla has been identified as a missing teen girl. Her remains were discovered in the trunk of that Tesla in a tow lot in Hollywood. We want to go out right now to Fox 11's Christina Gonzalez with the very latest in this investigation. Christina, what can you tell us tonight?
Well, we're in Lake Elsinore. That teenager, her name Celeste Rivas, she was 13 years old when she was last seen leaving this home back in April of 2024. Now, her family had no idea that her case could be connected to the Tesla until they get a call from TMZ last week. Now, keep in mind, right now, David, the artist, he is not considered a suspect. He's not considered a person of interest. We're told he is cooperating, but he canceled his tour date in Seattle, the next one. And people here are saying, what's going on? So let's show you.
No.
Few words from those arriving at the Lake Elsinore home where 15-year-old Celeste Rivas disappeared in April of 2024. Where her family has just found out that it is her partially dismembered body that was found in the trunk of a Tesla, registered to popular singer-songwriter David Anthony Burke, known by the stage name David. TMZ broke the girl's identification after speaking to her mother.
It was a very heart-wrenching conversation. She was very upset and said that all she knew is that, her daughter had been missing all of this time. She told us that she was aware that there was a boyfriend named David.
And that her daughter had a tattoo with the letters "sh" on her right index finger.
That the color of the ink of that tattoo was red, which was something that police had not released to the public.
The singer, who has been cooperating with police, had continued his tour after the body was discovered, but he just canceled his next date in Seattle.
But it just seemed odd to us that, gosh, your car, such a grisly discovery in your car, and that you're just out on tour. You would think that, you'd want to find out what happened here, because this is just a very bizarre case.
Especially because one of his videos actually features a body being put in the trunk of a car.
It's just eerie considering what ended up happening in David's car.
I just hope that the truth comes forward.
Celeste's neighbors on the street she grew up at.
Justicia.
Justice is what family and friends are asking for.
Whatever happened could happen to someone else, and it's just scary.
It is scary. And I feel like what's really scary is that I feel like it's a spiritual warfare that's going on against our children. 13-year-olds can't go outside and play no more. 13-year-olds are being preyed upon on grown-ass men and women. 13-year-olds will leave a house and never come back. 13-year-olds don't feel comfortable telling their family. 13-year-olds, if they do something wrong, Lord, forgive them, because they will not be taken serious. It's like she was fast, or she was a runaway, yada, yada, yada. She was 13 years old. Tell me what mistakes you did not make at 13 years old. I just do not understand why we're forever victim blaming everybody but the people that does this shit. It just bothers me so bad. Now, it was at the tow truck yard where workers start smelling a very, very foul odor. You know what I mean? And they knew something was terribly, terribly wrong. Let's take a look at this clip.
New at 10, an urgent investigation underway in Hollywood into a body found at a tow yard. Workers there making this gruesome discovery this afternoon inside a car they had towed. Fox 11's Matthew Seedorf outside the tow yard after speaking exclusively with a worker there. Matthew.
Yeah, that worker can't believe it. His coworkers made that gruesome discovery on the second floor of this parking garage. Now, many wondering who would do this and why. An up-close look at the black Tesla where a body was found Monday stuffed in the car's trunk.
I don't know, it's pretty shocking, So it's a toll yard, so LAPD's toll yard, so it's pretty shocking to me, though.
Victor's co-workers at Hollywood Tow made the gruesome discovery on the impound lot's second floor after noticing a strong smell coming from the car. Police then finding the victim's body wrapped in a bag like trash inside the Tesla's trunk.
Do you remember this car or anything about it?
That's why I don't know. I was here this weekend, so I don't know. I know there's cars upstairs, a lot of them, so.
Fox 11 is learning the car was towed in from Hollywood Hills last week after someone reported it as abandoned.
This part of town doesn't surprise me that much, honestly.
People that live near the tow yard not very surprised.
It's sad. It's quite morbid, but you know, apparently that kind of thing happens a lot here. So yeah.
If Hollywood isn't weird enough, then the weird place has got to be weird enough. So it's all just a big, strange craziness of Hollywood tow.
Can we get some LAPD on scene, refusing to answer any questions about the investigation? Well, information about the victim and possible suspects have not been released.
People do weird things, and we don't think it's too crazy around here when this happens every once in a while.
That black Tesla had Texas license plates, but Mike's giving us a look right here at the razor wire, very highly secured building. But again, tonight, a whole lot of questions remain about this case. We're live in Hollywood. Matthew Seedorf, Fox 11 News.
Doing these cases piss me off so bad. This nigga up here looking like the bride of Stankenstein. I feel like we need to bring back different type of punishment. These niggas is having a good ass time in jail. They on TikTok. You feel what I'm saying? Getting galaxies and shit, and roses, and all types of donations or whatever. Wearing J's, taking pictures, eating pizza, ordering tacos and shit from Uber Eats. It's no type of punishment going on. We need to go back to stumping these folks. You feel me? That's just all I feel like that we need to do. Otherwise, it's just going to continue to keep getting out of hand and out of hand and out of hand. Look, y'all, as a community, we got to start taking our village back. We do. We got to start whooping some ass because the police is pretty much just giving these folks anything they want. They not investigating the right people. They victim blaming. It's just retarded as hell. Let's keep going.
Learning more about the possible connection between singer David and a missing teenage girl found dead in the trunk of a Tesla owned by him. Good evening. You're watching LA Live News Tonight. I'm Christine Devine.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Laura Diaz. It was a grisly discovery in a Hollywood tow yard, but we still don't know how the girl died.
However, it was enough to force singer David to cancel the rest of his U.S. tour. Fox 11's Gina Silva is digging into the mysterious connection between the two. Gina.
You know, this is such a disturbing case, and it has garnered worldwide attention. The question is, what happened to Celeste Rivas? A teacher of the late teen girl apparently saw warning signs before tragedy struck.
That's her in my classroom in front of...
A teacher is captured on cell phone video telling his students that Celeste Rivas, the 15-year-old girl found dead inside singer David Anthony Burke's Tesla, had been his student and that he knew she had run away a couple of times.
So when I taught her, she met this dude on social media. He was a rapper in LA.
TMZ was the first to report on the teacher's comments.
There's certainly photo and video evidence that she was most likely with David. They were hanging out together. It's unclear if this was a romantic relationship.
Rivas' teacher put out a video, and it may be the smoking gun in the case.
Nima Rahmani, president of West Coast Trial Lawyers, says the teacher's claims are damaging because Celeste was only 13 when she first went missing in April 2024. If investigators confirm she ran away with David at that time, he would have been 18.
The mere fact that an 18-year-old is in the presence of a 13-year-old who had run away is not unlawful. But if there's any sexual activity, if there was any force or coercion, that could be kidnapping, that could be rape, that could be trafficking. That's the exposure that David has, setting aside the fact that she's now been found dead.
One day after the medical examiner identified the remains in the Tesla as those of 15-year-old Celeste Rivas, LAPD investigators served a search warrant at David's home in the Hollywood Hills on Wednesday night, seizing electronics and computers. Ironically, David first broke into the music scene in 2022. Romantic Homicide went viral on TikTok. Social media users are now pointing to his music videos, noting that they feature a woman resembling Celeste. There's also one scene showing a body being placed in a trunk.
In terms of incriminating evidence, at this point, it is not clear he did anything wrong. It is his car. this victim, this decedent, and he obviously knew each other. They had matching tattoos, but I have not seen anything reported in the media that he was responsible or is responsible for her tragic death.
Former prosecutor, now criminal defense attorney Dimitri Gorin says while the court of public opinion may already believe David was involved in Celeste's death, proving it in court will be far more difficult.
A plausible reason of what happened possibly is that she had access to his car. He travels the world, and somebody, one of her friends, somebody else, harmed her and put her in the car.
David was supposed to perform at the Greek Theater tomorrow night, but his world tour has been canceled. Authorities say he has been cooperative and very helpful throughout the investigation.
My heart really breaks for baby girl. There was a lot of footage coming from the house that he rented. And you seen detectives going in and out of the house with all types of bags, meaning that they collected all types of evidence. And it's nothing he can really deny at this point. The fact is, him and her had matching tattoos. Him and her was on live together numerous of times, and we're going to actually play some of those clips for you as well. It's really no denying that he had something to do with her disappearance and now her death. It's sad. You feel what I mean? Because I don't understand how people can have a new lease on life, newfound success, and the first thing that you can think about is unaliving somebody. And no parent should have to discover their child like that. Even if the home life wasn't as best as it could have been, you feel me? I don't think no mother would want to see their child in that type of condition. They shouldn't have to. It's just terrible. We have to do better, y'all. We have to do better as a community. There are so many people that starting to speak out, saying that they seen things that was kind of deemed inappropriate, but didn't say anything. Because here, once again, we like to mind our own business. Let's just keep going.
Now to Los Angeles, to the body found in the trunk of a Tesla belonging to a well-known singer. The body identified as a teenage girl missing for more than a year. Well, tonight, investigators are now at the home where that singer had been staying, removing several items. And here's Trevor Ault.
Tonight, law enforcement sources say the LAPD spent hours searching the Hollywood Hills home of star singer David after they say the remains of a missing teen girl were found inside the performer's Tesla. Detectives removing multiple items from the home overnight, including a computer. Police say the Tesla had been abandoned not far from there.
It's a little weird to see a car that I haven't seen here for a long time. Had a big dent on it, had a Texas plate on it. So all a little odd.
On Wednesday, the LA medical examiner announced the remains in the Tesla's front trunk belonged to Celeste Rivas. This image confirmed as her by police. She went missing from this Southern California neighborhood more than a year ago when she was just 13. The medical examiner is now trying to determine her cause and time of death, saying Rivas had a tattoo on her right index finger reading "shh." And while that tattoo is not uncommon, photos appear to show David with a similar tattoo on his finger. The singer's not been charged with any crime and has not made any comments so far. Tonight, David's scheduled performance at the Grammy Museum next week has been removed from the site. It comes hours after a Seattle concert was also abruptly canceled.
And law enforcement sources say much of this case hinges on the medical examiner determining a cause of death. But given the state of the body, that is proving to be quite difficult.
In a now deleted live, he said some things, they said some things that was very, very disturbing. The biggest problem that I found was the people that was in the live laughed and ha-ha with him. And I just didn't think that anything was funny. And I feel like anybody who was friends with David or Celeste should have quickly intervened in this exact moment. It was completely disgusting. I'm going to let you guys see it for your own eyes, hear it for your own self. Let's take a listen.
He trained you. That's controversial.
It's controversial of kids.
Really good.
Okay,
it's been a good one. Bye
guys.
Mwah, 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 mwah. Oh my! Delete everything. Delete everything. Everything goes. Everything.
We need to delete this.
Maz, can we delete all VODs and then as soon as the stream ends, delete the stream too?
Now I had to bleep it out for YouTube purposes, but they were talking about graping kids, and at least the acknowledgement was there on both parties that what they were doing were wrong. You feel what I mean? And it's just completely disturbing on so many different levels. And I just wish that in situations like this, like young girls just had somebody who they had outreach to, somebody that they can talk to, someone that could just be able to tell them, look, baby girl, this is wrong, completely wrong, you're beautiful, you know what I mean, and vice versa. Now, his Discord and Twitch staff team did drop a message, and they said, listen, I want to clarify what we knew and didn't know regarding Celeste. We were not aware of her true age or that she was missing a missing person. We also did not have any contact with her outside of what was public. From what we shared in David's Twitch streams and from her role in the server, we understood her to be around 18 and 19 years old. She appeared in 2 streams, but otherwise was not active on the server, and we did not have any ongoing communication with her. Most of us are not located in California, so we were not aware of any missing persons reports connected to her. Additionally, the staff team has had minimum contact with David or his management. The mention of her full name within the server was not seen in real time due to how fast the chat moves when David pings everyone. As a result of this situation, the majority of the staff team has left the server. We no longer associate with David. We do not support his actions in any capacity. Our priority has always been the well-being of members in this community. We are deeply saddened by the situation and extend our prayers to Celeste's family. May she rest in peace and may her family receive justice. To support her family directly, here is the link to her GoFundMe, and this is just terrible on so many different parts. There was some more updates when it came down to this situation. Let's take a look.
Shocking case. In fact, investigators have now identified the teenage girl found dead in a car owned by singer David. KCAL's Nicole Comstock went to Lake Elsinore tonight, where the young girl's family reported her missing last year.
This young lady's family told us earlier this afternoon that they didn't want to talk about this, which is completely understandable because it's obvious that they're going through a really traumatic time right now. But Lake Elsinore is a really tight-knit community, and many here knew this young girl. They say they just hope that at the end of the day, the truth about what happened to her comes to light. It's a somber night in Lake Elsinore after residents learned that a local girl named Celeste Rivas, who went missing early last year, has now been identified as the 15-year-old girl found dead in the trunk of a Tesla in Hollywood that's reportedly registered to the singer-songwriter David.
I feel sad for her, sad for her family too.
Eli Nadef owns the market around the corner from her family's home and says Rivas used to come in all the time for candy until she stopped coming in sometime last year.
It's sad for the kids. They get lost. The kids get lost by the social media. Even I'm a parent, I'm fighting the war to raise my kids.
Rivas' brother would only say that his family was grieving this afternoon. The singer's representatives reportedly said he was cooperating with investigators last week while he continued his world tour. But tonight, his concert in Seattle was canceled. The LA County Sheriff's Department is still saying that there are no persons of interest in this case, going as far as to say that at this point, there's no evidence that a crime did or did not occur. But many in this community have questions about what possible connection, if any, she may have had to the singer.
She had a boyfriend named David, and then they have matching tattoos.
This woman says her daughter knew Rivas from school and that she went missing more than once. Another neighbor says Rivas briefly came home 4 months after she was initially reported missing.
So I am like 100% sure that that was the day that I last saw her.
She says she remembers the date because Rivas bought something from her at a yard sale.
She just seemed like just happy. Like, oh my God, look at this, look at that.
The Riverside County Sheriff's Department says Rivas was initially reported to them as a runaway and that she wasn't located during a search of the area. And we heard that Rivas went to school at Lakeland Village, so we reached out to the Lake Elsinore Unified School District, and they told us in writing, in part, that they were heartbroken to learn about the tragic passing of one of their former students.
The only thing that has me so perplexed about school systems now is I remember you couldn't even be tardy before there was a message or a phone call that was delivered to your house. I was under the impression that when a child you know what I mean, did not show up in school for a certain amount of days, somebody was notified. If the parents was notified and nothing happened, like the child returned to school, then the Board of Education reached out to a higher entity. That's what I was under the impression of. If you work for the school systems, please help me in the comments to understand what is going on, because I just don't get that part. When did we stop like notifying parents? When did kids could just skip school and nobody says nothing? Like, I don't get that part. I would never understand that part. CPS, the school systems, a lot of these people got a lot of work to do when it comes down to our children, our young teens, and all of this stuff. This is probably like the third or fourth situations, or, you know what I'm saying, case that I have covered to where CPS and the school systems have let people down. So what are we here for? You know what I mean? I'm not understanding what's going on. Please enlighten me in these comment section. Listen, my heart goes out to Celeste. And many other children that just go missing and go and leave the house and don't return. Like, my heart breaks for all of you guys. My heart breaks for the families, especially the active families. You know what I mean? And I promise to God, I hope that justice is served when it comes down to David, because I'm just trying to understand in what capacity did you have to take things to that length. I don't get it. Please make sure that you comment how you feel about this situation inside of the comment section. Also, let me know if there's a case in your city that is not getting any light, and you're like, look, this little girl, this little boy, they need traction, it needs help. Let us know. Reach out to us at Toot Reacts Management, you know what I'm saying, on Instagram, and we definitely will make sure that we return the messages and get in touch with you. I love y'all, family, and until next video, I'm gonna catch y'all, dog. Peace.